for all you know, the other team are going to attack through you and take your safe down. You need to play a very controlled push forwards without letting anything slip through the cracks. So this time we're going to need AC Milan Clash to have a bit of a stronger early game. Maybe show a better early fight against Tribe Red.
Well, let's see what they bring to the table in our third game. Any substantial changes we're looking here for the compositions? Comes down to Heist. Going to bring up the Surge actually on iChaos. So there's the switch up from AC Milan Clash. Going to need to keep them alive and get that upgraded state, but Tribe are happy with what they're running. They'll stay with the exact same thing. Problem you're going to run into here with iChaos on the Surge is they may end up just getting outranged by this composition. But there's that damage coming in. They've lost Immunas in the mid. That's going to shut down Chaos's push even further, as Tyrant will now lose their life. They're sitting ducks right now, Falcone.
Yeah, Chaos needs to do something. He's sort of just standing around at the moment, trying to work out whether he's teleporting or not. In the end, Corey does his job for him, destroys the cover. Chaos can move forwards, but I don't know how he's going to survive against the onslaught of spike attacks. He does teleport forwards, but he's still being outranged.
Surprisingly there, with the help from Muniz, they're able to hold down the angles at the side. Guille wins that duel in the left-hand lane. This is finally the time for Clash to be able to get onto that safe. Crossfire onto Corey, won't find the kill, but does get a few ticks of damage on the safe to keep them competitive in this third game.
It's a start, but Chaos falling earlier as the Surge means that we've still got level 1 Surge here, which is not where he wants to be at this point. And again, we seem to have our backs against the wall. Tribe Red dealing all of the damage.
They will push Zulan away for now. iChaos is keeping him in check. Going to try to lock them down, but the health regens come in. Zulan can walk forward, face tank that damage because he's going to trade him out instead. Going to have Guille on the left-hand side. 51% HP left for the Clash safe, and they've not dealt enough to Tribe Red as we head down to the sub-1 minute mark.
It is time to act now, Clash. Corey falls. Tyrant Star is getting weak. This could be the push from Clash. 3 players all alive. How much damage can they deal in these last 49 seconds? No, Muniz is having to retreat because the spawns have come in.
They had bodies on the map down, but they didn't have the HP because the spawns were coming in. They would just end up dying anyway. That push could have been big for them if they were just a little bit healthier. And Chaos has lost his stacks once more. Guille making a beeline for the safe. They could go for the base race here, but I feel I know who would win that one out. Tyrant takes out Guille. Line of sight available for Tribe. And that is surely going to be our third game of this set. A rocket rain, a bit of damage from Zulan will seal the deal. Open shots on them, and there we go. Tribe Red going to be taking our first set of this series.
Clash just being dismantled at the end of that game. They could not get a grip on the center. Tyrant, little nod there from Tyrant Star, but ultimately the team don't look too happy yet, and quite right too. They've still got so much work to do before we call them our last semi-finalists.
Absolutely, they will be going forward to face INTZ, or more accurately, the winner of this series will go and do that in tomorrow's semi-final. We whittle down our teams from 8 to 4 overnight, just like that.
Gotta say though, something that's kind of exciting for me at least, if Tribe Red were to win this, we'd have representatives from 4 different regions in our semi-finals. I think that's pretty cool.
That would be good. We were expecting a lot of Europe domination, a lot of Asia domination as well when it came round to this tournament, and to see, well, be split so evenly across the globe, like you said, it'd be great to see.
Yeah, very exciting. Here's some stats for your Trid, and yeah, Tribe Red dealing more damage, getting more eliminations, and most importantly, dealing more damage to the enemy safe.
Yeah, that's what it's all about when it comes around to Heist, by about 3 times the amount of what AC Milan Clash were able to deal themselves. We get a nice little sweeping shot of Leon before we move on to our next map. Minecart Madness! Gem Grab, one of my favorite maps coming up.
You love this, don't you, Trid?
I love it because the only thing I wish about this map, Dan, is that we could have a stat that tracked the amount of damage that the minecart because I always love to see how teams deceive themselves or outplay themselves to the RNG environmental.
Yeah, it can definitely have some fun. I saw a player in a tournament a while back activate Pete as Nani while standing on the tracks, and just as they're about to get the elimination, no, got stunned out of it by the car.
Oh no.
It happens. We got Brock, Max, Colette versus Sprout, Pam, and Max. So very different comps. Only the Max the same between the two.
You know what? I actually have a bug. I have a gripe. I have a gripe with Ark. And that is that ever since he cosplayed with the skin that Tyrant's using, I can't see Pam in any way other than how Ark looks. Because of what he did. Bless his charitable efforts, but blimey, it does cause some disturbing scenes.
All right, that is going to be an early control from Tribe, being assisted by the minecart right now, keeping Clash back. And Clash, you're going to need to get a more successful push on that, as Guille takes so much damage against Tyrant Spark. Chaos also getting low in health. And with the minecart appearing again, Tribe are going to have a little bit more time. Although now if they want to retreat, that's being blocked. I don't think they're looking to retreat, though. No,
they are not looking to retreat. And this is a really tough spot with the new map, because obviously Minecart Madness was updated throughout the year, adding the ropes in which you can shoot through, but you can't move through. Gives less opportunity for Tyrant to put the healing turret down in a forward position. You can see that's why it's so far back, because there's just no cover to play around, that it's really easy for Clash to be able to take that out and just put further forward.
9 gems, that is 10 gems collected. Zulan, well, all 3 members of the team are carrying gems, so any elimination would do the job for Clash now, but the minecart is getting in the way. This push is so difficult. Guille falls down, Muniz falls, and Chaos is all that remains, and Chaos is not going to manage this. Tribe Red take the next game a gem grab.
First game going their way. It's a great way to start off the second set, keeping momentum in their favor, keeping AC Milan Clash out of this series. Looking to have a 3-0 sweep, I imagine. Get it over with, get through to the semi-finals, and put some fear into a newly morale-boosted INTZ after their upset victory over Jupiter.
Now, Clash are a really interesting team to me, because we've been watching Clash all year, and I say this with love.
Okay.
They're quite inconsistent. They tend to show up and do really, really well in some monthly finals, and then other monthly finals, they won't show up at all. And, you know, in those times, their performance leaves a lot to be desired. What's it going to be today, Trid? Are they going to pick it up and suddenly go all the way, or are they going to fall to Tribe Red, as this match seems to be saying so far?
If I had a coin, Dan, I'd flip it.
Yeah.
I don't have one on me. Not really a cash guy these kind of days.
No.
Or contactless as the rest of the world is.
Probably a bit safer right now, yeah.
Probably a lot safer right now, you're absolutely right. But the point still stands, as it is a bit of a coin flip. What Clash turns up on the day. We'll also add in the caveat, as we have to when we're making any assessments. This is online play. One or more of these teams may suffer some kind of delay, which would affect their performance as well. Ooh. So you have to bear that in mind with all of these matches. But that, to me, looks like a bit of a slambulance with the Mortis variant that we sometimes see.
Yeah, I always love to see it. Mortis is actually a very powerful brawler when used correctly. Difficult to play. But yeah, Mortis can do a lot of work. And Clash has managed to push forward this time. Zulan dealing a lot of damage to Chaos, but Muniz comes in with the heals and is actually going to take out the spike. Mortis falls on the other side though, so it is 2v2.
2v2, but they've locked Chaos in the corner right now. He's going to have to play extremely well to get out of this one. The dashing on top of the healing turret will take it out. Doesn't find the kill, but what's really great about Guille playing the Mortis is there are 2 types of sustain for him. He has his own super, and Muniz as well. Lots of ways to top off his HP after aggressive dives.
Chaos falls though, and now we're seeing a repeat of the last game. Tribe Red seems to have the control. Muniz getting in the way, but now the minecart is in his way. Chaos appears with his bubble, but can he do anything on his own? Not really.
Not really by himself. He's not got the angles. He needs Guille to be able to get healthy and come up, but look how much damage Guille takes on the entry. The dash away there from the gadget from Max Tyrant, playing that so well to stay alive.
Chaos, where are you going?
Zulan will be able to take them out. While that's going on though, the more they can force a fight away from the gem spawner, it makes it easier for Muniz to just walk in and grab 3 gems to keep them competitive. But when it comes to the 3v3 and everyone's back, Tribe Red are just winning these duels.
Muniz is slowly but surely gathering those gems, but they need to do more than that. With Guille falling, that's a disaster. It's 2v3. Chaos doing what he can against Corey, Tyrant, and Zulan. But Zulan with the super. Oh, hang on. No, okay. I thought for a second Guille had something going on there.
No, it doesn't look like it. 9 gems to 7. Muniz will probably keep hold of theirs, which means that the 10th gem that spawned, they can go and grab that and get out. AC Milan Clash can stay on top of the spawner and try and counter it with the 10th gem themselves. They've got the time to be able to do that. So it does mean the Tribe have to go aggressive. They're not finding the kills, but now you've got yourself a 3v2 on the spawner location. They can contest this, take away the redemption, get the kill, and Tribe Red will close out game number 2.
Again, very dominating performance. I mean, shout out to the Poco in that game, right? We saw some great things there from Munez. Just always finding himself just about in these safe positions, gathering those gems bit by bit, almost tying up the gem score, but it wasn't quite meant to be. And now Clash have got to be starting to sweat now if they haven't been already.
They're about to be taken to match point, Falcone. One more game win here for Tribe Red will net them the second set. And then they are on the home stretch to our semifinals tomorrow.
It's not where you want to be. Will we see a miraculous comeback from AC Milan Clash? We will see. Obviously, in the last series, we saw Jupiter did get a nice early start. INTZ did make a comeback. Nowhere is it written that you have to have an early lead to win the match. So Clash are still going to be fighting. And I'd love to see them make the beginnings of a comeback here.
Yep, it's all to play for still. They may be able to come out with the, not quite reverse sweep. We need to be taken to the ultimate point before they come all the way back. They're bringing out a PAM of their own now for iChaos. Wants to have a little bit more survivability and sustain in the mid. Corey switched over to the Sprout, keeping Zulan onto the max. As they take control of the mid early, and they're going to position Corey fast to get this damage and that super up. Tyrant pushing Milan Clash deep into their own spawn room. And this is a very aggressive turret placement that we've not been able to see so far.
Again, just looking good for Tribe Red, isn't it? Aggressive for Tyrant. Tyrant staying alive there. Chaos battling him. Both healing turrets are up, and Chaos is actually going to get the elim there, just about evading the minecart.
Yeah, that would have taken him to a very dangerous spot if he would have got tanked by the minecart there, pushing out. Corey will keep control of their gems for now. Counter-attack from Zulan. He goes on the aggression with the gadget. Forces them away. Doesn't quite get the isolation onto Guille, but forces them out as more gems are going to be collected towards Tribe Red. This is going to be their 8th just popping out of the spawner. 2 more, and they begin the countdown to their second set win.
Once again, it just all seems to be going their way. Tyrant and Guille trade, and now that is 11 gems for Tribe. All they need to do is back off, and the minecart is helping them do that. If they can deal with
Munez, split the fight,
which as a team they can, things are looking good, and there you have it. Guille does fall to the team.
So Guille actually got caught by the minecart RNG there, split out of the fight. Wasn't able to get in with the rest of the team, so when he enters staggered, there's a little bit of healing that's taken place. They had the PAM healing turret. They were able to force away the additional burst damage that may come in. So the minecart did actually make a difference there at the end, but Tribe Red forces over the match point. They now lead the series 2 sets to nothing.
Yeah, they gotta be feeling good about this. 1 set away from being your 4th semi-finalists, and we are going to move on to Siege on Junk Park in just a few moments. But I think before that, we'll see some stats as usual, and just see how dominating Tribe Red were that game.
So the gem swing was actually heavily favored in Tribe Red. I can already tell that one because we didn't see a lot of gems go in the favor. Yeah, they've over doubled them.
Ooh,
that's fine.
Look at the damage
Kills,
too.
Pretty brutal. Like you said, damage is looking in the double range as well. That's a lot of difference in favor of Tribe Red. And one of the things I'm noticing about the teams that are often dominating so much is we're not seeing in the this series so far, Tribe Red aren't adapting when they don't need to. They're running out with similar compositions when they're winning. It's why you're seeing free picks in a free game set on certain brawlers where they only adapt ever so slightly, just to make sure they're not leaving themselves vulnerable to a playstyle that their opponents are rolling out with.
Well, here we go. It's time for Siege Trid, and honestly, anything can happen in Siege. Taking control at the start of the game does make a huge difference. Here we go, though. It's going to be Barley, Sprout, and Spike for Tribe Red versus Amber, Brock, and Max. Very different compositions, completely different.
Absolutely. Guille all just dodging out that curveball there will net themselves that bolt. Early lead for Clash. So here's a quick comeback from Tribe Red to match the bolts so far. Yeah. Oh, didn't get that second one back just in time, so we see a level 2 Siege bot in favor of Clash. But Tribe Red should be able to deal a lot of damage to this before it gets anywhere close to that Ike.
Amber falling when Chaos fell was unfortunate, but it didn't make too much of a difference. And now we're going to see Chaos do what Amber likes to do best, which is deal as much damage as possible in a short period of time. Amber also spreading oil all around the ground, which could make things difficult in the fight for this next siege.
Yeah, you step up, you ignite the oil. That's a lot of residual damage being left around. As Chaos will look to bank another Bolt, trying to match Tribe Red's lead. Guille will go ahead and pick up that 4th Bolt.
Whoa.
Looking for the 5th as well. 6th potentially on the cards. He wants to bank more of these Bolts in their favor, but Tribe Red, they're able to still keep up with them, and it's a siege.
Oh my goodness, it's a tie, so it all comes down to this next siege. And Guille falls. That is a disaster. Chaos going to light up Zulan and take control of the left side of the map. But Amber falls, and that spells disaster for Clash.
They've been able to pick up these bolts, though. It's still going to tie out again. If this falls to a draw, Falcone, Clash will still win because they got that first siege, they got that early ticket damage, and I don't know if Tribe Red can match it. So a draw is not going to be enough for Tribe Red. They have to go for the win. They're currently sitting on a 1-bolt advantage, but they're not banking it. They're too focused on forcing the rest of Clash away.
Oh my gosh.
Tyron will bank them, try and match it. He can't go down here. They need to find a couple more bolts because Chaos is going to stay alive. They need to find a kill onto them, or they might just lose it here.
That'll do it. That's a tie.
Only got one more going in. They might get back.
Oh, it doesn't happen. It's a tie, which means now Tribe Red need to push the enemy Ike.
Tyrant has to get in range. He's got the last call. He might be able to deal the damage to do it, but he has to do it correctly. 15 seconds left. If he goes down here, it might be over. Not in range to be able to do it. Wants to throw it over the top. Might get a couple of kicks.
No.
But it's not going to be enough here. They need one more attack to do it.
So close. So close,
Will do it, and it's not going to be there. 2% difference, all in it. Clash will take the first game.
I cannot believe what we just witnessed. 2 tied sieges, which means it all came down to the first one. That damage that Chaos dealt, every single percentage really mattered in the end, as there were 2 percentage points in it. Oh my goodness. Anyways, big congratulations for AC Milan Clash getting their first point on the board.
Able to get that first game, and it's going to mean a whole world to them to be able to break the downward spiral they've currently been sat in. But it was very close. Tribe Reds nearly pulled away with it one. Probably going to see some changes from them. Like I said, they were constantly relying on compositions where they were winning. Well, that wasn't a win, and also it was far closer than they probably wanted. So now you see the change coming in. Pam, Brock, Max for Tribe. They will continue to walk through. Amber going to be absolutely rolled over so far. Corey's winning it. This is more of the Tribe Red we've seen the rest of this series, Dan.
Yeah, Tyrant Star just tore through Amber that time, and now it is Tribe that are in control. Clash needs to perform a miracle to get this back. Zulan hanging out on the right side, going to bank the first bolt for the next push. And here we go. How much damage will they deal? It's going to be all about keeping control for the next siege. Amber just managed to eliminate Corey through the siege bot. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, going to be able to spray that damage through. It just doesn't stop when it hits that target. It's one of the strengths of Amber. But that early damage still coming in for Tribe Red. 21% so far. They hold the mid. They hold the Bolt lead. It's all looking Tribe at the moment, Dan.
It is Tyrant Star staying alive nicely thanks to the healing turret. Muniz with the Rocket Rain is going to deal a lot of damage to Corey. Zulan also weak. In fact, Tribe looking like they might get wiped here. Chaos and Muniz so weak that they couldn't make that final push on Zulan.
He's going to be in that back corner. There's 3 bolts lead that's going to be cut down. It's still level 6 in favor of Tribe Red. So AC Milan Clash, they will have 6 bolts to roll over to what could be the final siege. Have to make sure they don't lose out here. Chaos goes down very early to the incendiary damage that was there from Brock. No one's left to defend this one. This is going to be a huge push from Tribe Red. As they bring it below 20%, they can go for the finish right here, Dan, and there you go. Tribe Red clap back and tie out the set.
Yeah, it felt like Chaos tried to push a little bit too far forwards with Amber there. Obviously, Chaos was trying to eliminate Brock again through the siege bot, but unfortunately, he did get taken out very quickly, meaning that he couldn't be as defensive as perhaps he needed to be, and ultimately Tribe Red were able to take that one down. Although I am enjoying seeing Amber Trill, I've got to admit.
Yeah, it's good use to get the most out of the newest brawler before Lou comes in. Not able to be in competitive so far, but then we'll obviously see more of that chaos in the ladder as the weeks go by.
Yeah, I think Lou comes out when the new season arrives in just a couple days, so very excited for that indeed. But right now, I'm a little bit more excited to see the rest of this match. Can AC Milan Clash win Siege and extend this match further? We're going to find out. The next game of Brawl starts now. There's a ball in the house.
Interesting. We really don't see a lot of Brawl outside of Heist, where we see them charge in and go for the safe and take control. It's a lot of HP to build through, but you've got a Spike on the field. Sprout can deal the damage quite safely, and Max can really kite around the ball as well. So there's going to be a lot of problems for Clash in this matchup compositionally.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken as well, Chaos just used Bull's first gadget, the heal, as opposed to Stomper, which I'm a little bit surprised by, because one of the reasons Bull sees a lot of play at the moment is because of that Stomper gadget. Either way, Tribe are pushing, and they're pushing hard. Munez dealing as much damage to the Siege bot as he can, but it doesn't matter. Look at the damage coming in.
Oh, that's one of the reasons why you pick a comp like this, Falcone. You just need to get in with one good push, and you just absolutely melt the safe. You melt any target. Sprout and Spike, so good at dealing that damage, and Max can help them get in and out of the fight quickly. Next Siege going to be in 20 seconds. Mid-control goes over to Clash very temporarily because the counter-attack from Tribe is there, and they force them away. Bolt lead hugely in favor of Tribe Red once more, and this is looking very much like game number 2.
It is indeed 56% already down AC Milan Clash. Level 7 Siege bot. They need to defend this. If they do, they could still win this game. It's possible. But Zulan and Tyrant Star are pushing and pushing hard. Guille trying to push Tyrant Star back with some success.
And you can see where the focus is as well. They want the Siege bot, but they don't want Zulan anywhere near that Ike. They're happy to let Tyrant potentially get some damage in, but they know Zulan is the heavy hitter. Keep them away. Don't let them get in. 20 seconds remaining. Clash have a Bolt lead. They're denying the central Bolt right now in the middle of all of those walls. Start to pick up. Tribe Red want to claim it back. If AC Milan Clash are able to get the bolts online, hold this lead, their last Siege has to hit them 60% HP, but Tribe Red have already banked and made up the difference. There is no way Clash come back. The tires come in. They cannot reclaim that damage, and Tribe Red take us to set and match point.
Oh no, I think that ticks to 8 bolts literally at the last moment, tying up the Siege. AC Milan Clash's hope falling from them so quickly, but they've still got a chance. It's all going to come down to the next game.
They would definitely be then going out for the full reverse sweep as they were to bring back from this point. Dan, it's a tall order. At the head, at the top of this series, we heard a few words from AC Milan Clash, and they said they think Tribe Red are one of the best teams in the world. Their assessment appears to be correct because they are getting trounced right now.
They are indeed. We've seen amazing things from Tribe Red throughout the year, formerly known as Omen Elite. If you didn't recognize the name, that's the reason. And Omen Elite dominated month after month after month. Now, as Tribe Red, they are not disappointing us.
Absolutely not under the new banner of Tribe. Final game coming up shortly. This could be the ticket home for AC Milan Clash and an express ride to our semifinals tomorrow for Tribe Red.
All right, here we go. Potentially the final game of the day. Surge, Brock, and Max for AC Milan Clash versus Max, Sprout, and Spike. Again, these teams going with very different compositions. Zulan falls immediately to Brock's gadget, though. Munez playing on point so far this game.
Tyrant was able to grab that, going on the hunt for Chaos, doesn't want to let him get online, backs another Bolt. Favor of Tribe Red wants to get this other one in the back left corner, has to dash away, still will find the kill. But it's Clash who gets that first Siege bot. Now they've done this before and it's folded back on top of them. Typically when Clash has got that first Siege bot, they do end up coming out with the win.
We really need to see Chaos leveling up that Surge. We've not seen many high-level Surges yet today. And it's not been great for the Surge players. 4% damage dealt to it. It really isn't much. And somehow, Tribe have managed to take control back. Chaos and Corey are both going to go down.
Zulan wins out the right-hand lane as well. Tyrant and Zulan are going to be accruing these bolts. Next siege is in 15 seconds. It's still redeemable for AC Milan Clash if they were to bank every bolt that spawned, but I don't see it happening now. The lead is just extended even further for Tribe Red. They're thinking about that final siege and their defense against Tribe Red.
Well, here we go. Level 9 siege bot. AC Milan, they're all getting eliminated. They can't stop the enemy brawlers from pushing. This could be a one and done deal, although Tribe is sitting back. They're playing it safe. They're going to guarantee they win the next siege.
Don't need to. iChaos has to go aggressive there, gadget over the wall, make sure they keep the members of Tribe Red away, like you said, force out an opportunity for a last siege rather than losing it there. But they've used a lot of resources just to stay in this one. They're now going to be walking forward, and hopefully will look to get on the board and into the center control. Tribe Red have already taken the lead with the bolts. This is not conducive to you winning on a last siege.
It's not looking good, Trid. Tyrant Star seems to be winning in this fight against Chaos. The super was a reversal though, but still there are now 6 bolts difference.
It's over.
Final siege is going to go Tribe Red's way. They are your 4th semi-finalists.
They will be going through to tomorrow's semi-final up against the upsetting Warriors, the INTZ lineup, the boys from Brazil, for a chance at the final tomorrow. We say a goodbye to AC Milan Clash, and it proves in this one microcosm, this one vertical slice, Dan, that for once, NA is better than EU.
Oh, that's a little bit of a push. Doesn't necessarily represent my opinions or arcs. Either way, I've enjoyed following AC Milan Clash all year long. They've been doing a fantastic job, both entertaining us and also kicking some serious butt. I've no doubt they're going to be back with a vengeance next year.
It's unfortunate that, of course, we were experiencing some delays between these two teams as well. That's just the nature of online competition. But you know what? I'd rather have this happening right now instead of delaying it and potentially delaying the next year's esports events, because we already know that is around the corner.
Exactly. Let's try and end this thing with a bang and then start next year strong as soon as possible. Completely agree. And I'm sure AC Milan Clash are going to be very keen to get into next year as well. Tribe, though, looking over the moon. Here's the stats. And again, Tribe Red just outperforming AC Milan Clash in every single way.
Throw it over to Frankie to close out the day.
Thank you so much, Trid and Falcani, and of course, Art. Congratulations on some epic casts today, and congratulations to our teams. But we're going to talk about that final quarterfinal of the day. So, Woody, are you there?
I am here, Frankie, and congratulations on a Tribe win. They have slain the dragon. Clash eliminated Tribe in the EU region, but Tribe recruited a killer crew in North America and have done it. They'll be moving on to the semifinals, and in my opinion, it's due in part, largely, to the MVP, Corey. Corey snuck ahead in set 1 with perfect aim to follow up with a 3-0 victory. A really crushing victory to start things off. His area denial as Brock with that incendiary start power was massive, and he was always unpredictable with quick fire shots at a variety of targets. You never felt comfortable anytime you got within range. In Gym Grab, Corey was not just the gym carrier, but a firm barrier against the waves of offense from AC Milan Clash. He held the weight of the world on his shoulders just like Atlas and played perfectly at the edge of his opponent's range to maximize his own damage while staying safe behind his wall of obstacles. Besieged in Game 1 of Siege, Tribe accomplished the reverse sweep by picking up momentum using the same comp every single time. I gotta imagine it was thanks to the calls by Corey on the back end.
Well, Woody, I'm curious. Do you think you know who's going to take the title tomorrow?
Wow, that is a big question, but as someone who woke up at 2 a.m. this morning to get ready for this match, I'm going to hope for the NA Hope Tribe win tomorrow. They've got my pick.
Oh, you're so biased, but I still love you. All right, Woody, I hope you've got a bed in that box, because we're not letting you out. We need you back for the finals tomorrow, okay? So sleep well. We will see you soon. Okay, then. We are going to take a look at the bracket just to remind you of our semi-finalists. We've got SK Gaming versus PSG Esports, and then Tribe Red versus INTZ, so Europe versus Asia, and then North America versus LATAM South. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. And actually, if you want to know when it's going to happen, who'll be playing when, here is the schedule for you. So we are going to be kicking off with Europe versus Asia first. Just 3 more matches, guys. I'm so excited. And I don't know who is going to win it. Woody, obviously, he's got the NA bias, but what about you guys? Let us know who you are supporting, who you'll be cheering on in tomorrow's semi-finals and grand final. And if you'd like to hear more from the players, we've also got interviews that you haven't seen on the broadcast today on the YouTube, because I actually got to catch up with some of them, which was really exciting. They are wonderful people, and I'm rooting for all of them. I'm not allowed to have favourites, and that is absolutely fine with me. We will be back at 10 a.m. CET tomorrow. It is the last show day of the year, and finally we're going to declare who is the best Brawl Stars team on the planet. Do not miss it.